also want them to like get rid of the by-coded shit, but they won't fucking scrap it. I'm like just on the verge of just telling them to like take it with them on caravans and just ditch it somewhere. Because my people just won't like pick it up. I don't think that's by-coded. No, those two are... That's by-coded. That gun is not. No, that one's by-coded too. Hold on. By-coded. That's a poor gun. I don't want you to have that. There is a pistol, but we do have... That one's by-coded, that one's allocated. That one's good, that one's allocated. I can give you the little pistol for now. And I've probably got maybe 3 more guns. I have like maybe 3 more guns and one of those. So maybe we can work with that. You're not a great shot, but you don't need to be a great shot to have like a normal quality gun. I think that they have gotten rid of some of the guns. I feel like they have. But at the same time, like, every so often I obviously have to turn off the crematorium thing, right? So every so often I have to turn it off and just like wait until the next time it's on and hope that somebody's going to like get rid of it. You're not coming down here for this, are you? You're clear. Go to the usual self-equipping pistol. Now I've already got you a gun. I must have hit backwards. Hold on. Yeah, no, I'm heading the right way now. This is the downside of not being able to see my keyboard, is occasionally I hit the wrong buttons. Factory release had a hilarious issue though. They forgot to rename the exe file so no one could play despite the game working correctly otherwise. Oh my god. That would have to have like a shit ton of infuriated people, right? Because like, if that's the case, does that not also affect like people that, you know, didn't get the release that are still playing like the existing one? Or does that not matter? Who the hell's out here? Oh, they got a gun already. A lot of the people outside have weapons, so I don't need to worry about them. Somebody's actually harvesting the berries. Oh my god. It's finally happening. You have a gun? You definitely do. Claire always should have a gun. She's at like 19 for shooting. That's why I'm taking her to this battle. Thanks everybody who updated the game through Steam. So basically everybody. Oh yeah. Yeah, there'd be a lot of people that would be upset with that. Imagine wanting to play it and not being able to play it because they fucked it up. Like, that would be annoying. I don't know, it's kind of like... It's similar but not the same, because like I could still play RimWorld, at least. Like, when I hopped into the game and they changed it and stuff, I was like, okay, cool, I can still at least like play. It's just everything's glitched, I can't see shit, and it's like... It was a toss-up. Do I keep going or do I not? And I ended up deciding to keep going with it. Now, I know that you guys are all milling around. How much more you got a caravan in? Not much. They'll be gone soon, real soon. I'd rather wait for them to leave and then pop open the Ancient Danger down here in like a day or so. A lot of my people still got the flu, which is not ideal. You still got the flu. Everybody's still got it. I kind of want to wait till they've not got the flu, but then I kind of know the game would probably send me someone. What are you doing, Shizuka? Taking rice to inventory. Are you in part of the caravan, or can you go rest? I guess you're just carrying rice with you. Okay, so somebody is harvesting this by the look of it. Yeah, they're harvesting it now to change it to trees. I love this. So we're changing this to wood so I can get some fucking trees. So then once the trees are completely grown, I'll change it back to like berries or some shit. I also want this to like change over. Maybe we can change this to berries because this will force them to come over here and harvest it. If this is what I gotta do, this is what I will do to get them to harvest shit. Like, what do we got? Strawberries down here. Change that over to, I guess, potatoes. This up instantly runs to shadow. Hugs working too happily fast. You just gotta be careful with him. He's not feeling well, Viking. I wouldn't mind Devil Strand, but we can't eat that. I wouldn't mind extra heal root, but it's not growing very well. I could make this here rice, Or actually make it corn, because this is a large area that doesn't look like it's going to get like picked up easily. But just simply changing these over, they'll want to like harvest it and get rid of it. This area is really far down though. I think this is still set to don't sow it. That's fine. This one is as well. That's okay. I don't mind them not doing this because this is pretty far away, whereas this is right next to storage. They'll harvest it and it should go in, or if a panther hangs out nearby, it should just go straight in. So hopefully we'll get lots of food with that. And from what I've changed, I hope that I've changed it in a way that they'll just automatically refill where it's supposed to be. We're not going to get as much of the same things next time, but if it's what it takes to make them go and harvest it, because they want to sow things so badly, if changing a crop over is all that it takes, I'll do it. And I could really do with like an entire like area full of wood. Realistically, like we've got 70 trees so far. It's not a lot, but when that all comes to harvest, if this shit doesn't catch fire in summer, we might have a chance. And I've got areas in here that are still growing. Did something catch fire? Yes, it got set on fire by lightning. So we've got roast chicken over here. We want to take that to the inventory. We can still cook that, as long as it doesn't burn to a crisp, you know. Alright, can you take the chick away? Because I know that if it just stays out there, it'll probably deteriorate. But yeah, I'm thinking about making an area out here. I didn't end up finishing this because I need to put down my dots and shit. But I'm kind of waiting at this point for my people to finish sorting out what they're doing with the caravan, so that that can go. And then if we have enough bales get made, which, hold on, let's have a look at that. Anybody making any? None. We probably don't have leathers for it, to be fair. Like, there is a raccoon skittling around, but that's about it. We don't, like, we're not really culling our animals at the moment because we're trying to let them breed. There's not a lot of animals coming in. I probably can't make the veils for the plasteel quest. Worst case scenario is if I make a heap of them and I don't end up doing the quest, I'll just re-enable for everybody to be able to wear that. And then we'll go back to everybody gets to wear some like new clothes and shit, you know. The other thing too is this is the part of the music that I was talking about that Once Human has this section of music as well. If you listen carefully to some of the harmonica tunes, it's very similar, or if not the same song. And it like trips me up when I'm in like here or in Once Human, because I'm like listening to the same soundtrack in the two different games. It's weird. It's weird to me. Hey, they made them all. Nice. Okay. If I can tell that this is like the outer part, I reckon that this outer one is probably where I'm supposed to go with it too. So, zone. Let's get rid of this inner line. I don't think I need the inner line. I know that I mistakenly put my turrets where they're not supposed to be on that. So I will fix that up. I'll fix that up by getting rid of this line and moving all my turrets over to where they're supposed to be. The other thing too is, I guess, as far as power goes, I would not mind having like a power conduit out here. I do wonder if it's hidden. It's slower to build. Well, it will be slower to build, but it will be probably harder to destroy. That's my thoughts. Who's having a tantrum? 8 kibble. You're not in the caravan, so that's fine. Who is in the caravan and how they're going with that? Claire's just hanging around out here. They're down to a pretty small amount. It should only be like probably half a dozen more people walking over. I just don't know the mental state of like the overall group, but 25 people versus like 12. The amount of animals that I've got and the amount of food that they've got, we should be able to make it out there. I do hope that they do have like a little bit of extra food so I can at least make it back. Or I find a trader on the way, I can buy some pemmican and get these guys like really fed. That would be ideal. Like, I'm sending a group of 25 out of like 200, and I guess we're down to 58 at the moment. But it's the 15th of December, tomorrow is spring, and that means that I want to pop this thing open. The ancient danger that's been on my map this whole time. Like, all this is going to do is, like, get rid of this corner, and I'm going to get, like, some gold ore, and I think this is slate. Yeah, that's a bit of slate, and I think this is granite. So I'll get stuff out of that, but I don't know what else is in here. If I could get these bastards powered, though, I could actually have some, like, solid defense. Now, these guys are where they need to be, but these turrets are not. So I can kind of do this while I'm waiting for them to go. Because I have been meaning to move these over. They've been really close to my solar panels for a long time. I haven't really wanted that. I also have not had them powered for a long time either, because we just have not had that kind of surplus power. And as I said, like, once I start seeing the batteries actually start to fill up, I'm gonna have to start looking at, like, where can I move the existing power grids? What kind of equipment can I move over for that? I do want this one to go down a bit because these two are really close to each other. I know that's going to offset the design a little bit, but they should be kind of out of each other's reach to, like, not absolutely destroy it. So they're kind of, like, outside of each other's blast zone, but just barely. It is enough that if somebody was to walk up and attack one, it would blow them up without hopefully blowing up anything else in the vicinity. That's the point. I don't need this many, but at the same time, if I could get 2 solid rows along, like, here and where the wind turbines are, that would be really good, because then I would have, like, 2 walls of defense. And as I said, I reckon I'll probably get attacked from the bottom and the top of the map, only because I need to make another bridge there too. The only reason why that would happen is because at the top of the map, I've got... Basically what I have at the top of the map is I have, like, an entire wall that you kind of can't get around easily, so it's easy for them to, like, land there and be defended for a bit. But at the bottom of the map's kind of also got the same sort of thing. Realistically, like, it's got this whole ass wall. This is actually safer for an enemy to rock up on the bottom of the map. And we've had a couple of them attack down here. And that's been kind of problematic because I can't kind of get to them easily. I have to come out of that door, or I have to go around, or I have to go out this way. Which reminds me, there's a whole other geothermal thing there. I could sap that and make an independent line for everything over here to also connect to. This was the other one I was talking about. How much does this require me? No, I want to see... No, I fucking want to read it. Let me read it. That's not what I want to read. Power. It'll use 8 components, but it'll use almost all of my steel. I can't waste that little steel that I've got. These batteries here, I'm never going to build those. You do want these separated a bit. I want them separated enough that I can use them. What just went off before there? Smoke leaf has deteriorated. That's fine. I basically got some smoke leaf for the animals. If I get some more in the future, that's where it's going to go and the animals can get to it. I'm kind of like trying to make an area here that I could reasonably fit a bunch of animals. So I'm thinking about making like an animal area here, like a circle, right? And then enhancing this to be more of like maybe a kitchen offset off the hospital and prison. So I'd always have people nearby the prison if I needed it, which would then change what I've got going on up here. Go for it, Pikel. I now have 5 foam poppers in a lot of the base, so I'm not that worried about him going off for it. Let's see, like, sets a bunch of, like, I don't know, people in hospital on fire. That could be an issue. Maybe. You've still got 7 on it. So, where is... They are actually doing a good job here. This is great. I had to tell them to stop, like, sewing shit or change over what they're sewing to get them to actually, like, do this shit, which is wild. But yeah, they're working on it. They're doing stuff. So this, if I changed what I had in storage here, it would change quite a bit. But at the same time, I wouldn't be too problematic with it. It would mean like the air conditioners would go to a better layout, stuff like that. I could get better lighting in here. I'm just not sure what I'd do with these rooms. Because, like, I could bring production out of this place. I do want that to stay in there. Or, like, alternatively, additional storage and stuff I want to stay in here. But if I build this outwards, I would have to remove the hospitals. I could make them smaller and put, like, 4, have them, like, more spaced out or something. But that is also a bit difficult because then hospital supplies are spread out as well. So I'm not too sure with that. Because, like, so far I've had it on a couple of maps. Are you the one that's going out? No. I've had it on a couple of maps where I've had, like, poor hospital layouts. And it's caused deaths. Like, too far in the center causes deaths. Too spread out. People are running between them to try to get hospital supplies. It's a problem. Here hasn't been too bad so far. But a lot of people do end up getting put into bed instead. I wouldn't mind getting rid of this grow room. And making this up here a big grow room. You're doing tantrum. Fucking delicious having a tantrum because he ate kibble. He wants wagging tail happily. No. You're just happy because, like, Shadow's here as well. So you get to, like, snuggle Shadow. And, just, like, snooze and rest and stuff. It's nice, though. And the ambient thunder and lightning and stuff's lovely. I'm hoping that, like, this group maybe goes out, but I'm not expecting it today. And I'm, like, half tempted to go and attack the thing. The only thing that's restraining myself is I know a lot of my people have the flu. And I know I should wait. But I don't want to. I want to attack that thing so right now. Like, right now. I need to leave it alone. I need to leave that thing all alone. Let's go play with my turrets instead, I guess. I gotta fix up the patch there that's, like, off by a bit. This is gonna be interesting. The other one I put forwards by, like... It went over by, like, 1 to, like, there or something. Maybe there? Yeah, that's probably where I had it. This is a bit harder because I don't have a perimeter line, whereas the other side I had the maximum possible build location. Whereas when I put these down originally, I put them on the wrong line. I measured 2 lines and I took out the dots for where I wanted these ones to be. And then I never ended up coming back to fix it up. But now I also have to fix up the lines that are gone from construction getting built. It's like, well, I don't need everything to be where it is. It would be helpful if I have, like, marked out spots like this. It does help, but just coming back and just building something quickly, you know? So, like, here is gone. It's not super huge. Did I get this fixed up? Phoenix has also come back to join us as well. It's my cat, for anybody that doesn't know. So what I want to do is, how long is this? It's 5. Okay. 5 to there. I must have lost 1. I built something. I don't know if it's going to be on the end there. I think it is. Strappings in a daze. Are you on the caravan? Really not. I don't think you are. So far, nobody on the caravan's having an issue, which is really nice. My animals, everything's packed up, ready to go. I guess they're, like, wandering. I'm gonna guess that when it happens to be everybody wakes up, it goes to recreational time. I'm guessing that's when shit's gonna go and they're gonna leave. The other thing I wouldn't mind doing... I have to keep resisting this because I really want to fucking attack that thing. Like, I'm literally this close to just going and fighting it. I need to stop. I need to, like, leave them alone and stuff. I think we've got broken beds in here too because everybody keeps, like, tantruming and breaking their beds. So that's another thing that's been going on. They are getting rid of all this, which means that we should have some. There we go. We've got some berries and rice. So even though my caravan's fully packed out, I still have 1,000 rice and 3,000 berries at the moment, which is not bad. Like, I don't have any meat. The other thing I keep forgetting to do repetitively is I keep forgetting to call for a fucking trader. So let's fix that up. Let's find somebody that really loves calling people, like Seahorse. You're reducing the resistance of Feral. I'll wait a second for you to do that because Feral needs to, like, get the fuck out of prison realistically. And you do have really good social, so if something's going to go down there, like she's not inspired or anything. He's not going to come out of prison. But I just want a chance to kind of lower it, you know? And then we can talk to some traders. I try to bring in the ones that like each other first. Like, you're back? Welcome back. Have you got your burger? Let's see, I think purple and yellow. Purple and yellow can come in first. They'll do that. Took a bit of a break. Nice. I'm glad you did. Just like, I have burgers in 15 minutes. Damn. You just gotta wait longer. I've got spicy noodles for later. I don't think I have anything else. I think it's just that. Oh, no, actually, I basically have like a lot of snack food, but it's meals to me. So it's gonna sound weird, but I've got like cucumbers and carrots and like cheesy stick things that they're not cheese sticks, they're like cheesy bready things, whatever. And I've got this sour cream and this like insanely fucking hot Indonesian like chili paste. And I mix the chili paste and the sour cream together, and it's amazing. It's so fucking good, but it would probably churn like most people's stomachs. It's really hot, but that's kind of like the point of like all of the like vegetables and shit to put with it. It's quite nice, and it's also quite refreshing and hydrating because of the vegetables. It's really weird. I haven't tried it with the cheesy things yet. I just thought they might work with it. Either way, I could probably snack on those. They look alright. Can I get another caravan with just bulk goods from you? And I want yellow in here as well at the same time. Chili paste and sour cream, damn, sounds interesting. Yeah, it's like the chili paste on its own is pretty good. If you guys saw the photo in Discord or even on Instagram and stuff of the marinated chili cucumbers that I had that were like spicy and shit, that was the paste that went into that. And I just happened to have some leftover sour cream the other week after doing stroganoff, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll see what it tastes like together. So I put like 2 in each bowl, and you know, as you're like, you dip and you eat and stuff like that, like some of it gets mixed and shit. And I was like, wait a minute, what would this be like if I mix it together? Like, you know, like how you get like your sriracha mayo and stuff like that. And like, that's just how fucking sauces get done, right? And so I like mix it together, and I'm like, hey, it's actually pretty good. It's just that like, it dulls down the pain of the spice a bit, which isn't bad. But the funny thing is, like, it's sour cream. So it's not like it's like a cream type thing. It's not like creamy. It's just like, it also takes away the sourness of the sour cream. But the other thing too is you can't kind of like leave it on, or like you can't leave the chili paste on anything, because I think it's really high in salt or something, because it just draws out so much fucking water from the whatever vegetable you put with it. So that was an interesting thing. So I make sure to drink like a lot of water with that, just in case it's like really salty. I haven't stopped to like read it, but it tastes like almost vinegary, pickly kind of thing. Hey, this is coming up. Thank you for the feather, buddy. Nice how happily nods. Yep. Vico, fucking, when I can English, Vico like ran into the forest earlier and brought back like a few feathers and like a special, I think it was a glowing rock, which was pretty cool. It's currently on my shelf at the moment, and some of the feathers are still in Vicon's fur. And one of them was in Azula's, but she's on the ground now. She's like passed out. Both of the cats are like passed out because of like, I have a heater on in here. A squirrel self-tamed. I feel sorry for you, mate. That's not how this colony works. Now, if one of the 2 rats had joined, that would have been a different thing. Tilt's head hearing Vico. I went to say Shadow and Vicon, and I tried to say Shadow, and then I tried to say Vicon afterwards, and that's how I got Vico. Then I got Vicon, and then, yeah, it's a whole process. I haven't slept much, Vicon. Just cut me some slack, okay? Like, I had a pretty rough night. I also had some pretty wild nightmares yesterday. Why is so happily smiling? Well, yeah, I had some like pretty horrific nightmares yesterday that were like vile. So, yeah, I have not had good sleep for a little while. That shit happens. This happens a lot, surprisingly. So I heard Vaco, like from the animatics, the one saying the countries. Oh yeah. Oh, here it's Wacko with a W. I wasn't a huge fan of Animaniacs, but they were on all the time. I think in the afternoon when I'd either before I had to go to work, so I'd see them pretty often. It just wasn't like my choice to sit down and sit there and watch them. It was just, it was on kind of thing, and I'm like not gonna sniff at it. Like I'm not gonna like snuff away at a like fucking cartoon. I'll sit there and watch a cartoon, even if it's like not particularly my high interest kind of thing. That squirrel needs to die. You don't get to live here, mate. Let's head way into Hubley. Blah. Oh man, there's like other stuff from it. Like I don't know. We got some weird shit. Like what was I thinking about the other day? There was an Australian word I was gonna say. It was something. I was in the kitchen earlier and it came across my mind. It was like yesterday when I said chook for chicken and stuff, and I normally get like people balk at that, which is funny because you know chickens balk. Sorry, I'll leave. Actually, it's nearly time for me to leave, so maybe I will. I might save and leave, actually. I'll legitimately leave my stream. Yeah, look, my colony's surviving enough at this point that I feel comfortable saving over my save from like, I think it's 3 weeks ago now. Because we had a tentative Asora night too. And now I feel comfortable enough saving over the main save of Asora night. Because we're surviving. I'm about to go and attack an attack quest. If we can make enough fails, which I don't think we will, I will make enough fails to take to the other trader. Is it no leaving, please, drinking and stretching? I'll drink and stretch in a second, don't worry. I'll do it while I'm just chatting and stuff. But, yeah, we only had, like, Moose die tonight, and that's our 4th colonist through winter, and it's now the 1st of April, May. So we are officially in spring, and once everybody's finished having the flu, and once the slot leave for their attack quest, I hopefully can kind of come down here and attack this slot in the Ancient Danger and see what's in there. I'm hoping it's people or at least mega crabs, because if it's those, I'll get food, you know. Those are always good, but they are finally harvesting what we've got. We will also get medicine, which is nice. I'll probably change that over to a different crop again, and I'll have to remember eventually to come back in and reassign the veils, allow them to have veils and stuff at some point in the future, because I've disallowed it kind of thing. But they're surviving. I don't have anybody starving. We are still low food, but we have food. So the other thing we need is like medical shit and a lot of steel. If I can start getting steel, I could probably start adding lights. I could probably start adding weapon production, maybe, because we're low on guns for the amount of people we have. Like, I have a lot of close range melee people, but I'd like guns. The other thing too is I'm thinking about scratching the hospitals where they are and extending this part here on the edge of the on top of the prison kind of thing to be like a cooking area on both sides. But I'm not sure. I may have to offline like way up like how this looks and shit, and I'll probably end up building the circle, like hospital shaped circle over here for the animals, but then I have to work out how I can attach like a food area to that safely kind of thing. So it's going to be interesting. I don't quite know what I'm doing yet, and I don't quite know what I'm going to do with the hospitals. Like maybe I halve that and move them over or something, make them smaller, move them up. As long as people can get to it, it's fine. And if we have this as a backup when I don't have prisoners, it's great. You know, it wasn't the intention, but it's fantastic and it's been very